Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's my first figure unboxing. Not sure how this is going to go, so we're just going to bump into it. I'd like to dedicate this video, my first ever figure unboxing, to my best friend, Anthony. This one's for you, brother. This is Cloud, Strife, and Fenrir. Final Fantasy VII, I believe. This one's from GameToys. So we'll check it out. This figure's about a year old. I know I'm behind, but this is an evergreen content video. So if you're thinking of picking this figure up, I'm going to review it for you. So feel free to check us out. Sorry if I bumped the camera a little bit. Let's get him out of here. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the gold lettering. So, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of space currently. So a lot of this is going to end up going back in the box after I go through it. But if you like and subscribe and make me YouTube famous, hint hint, maybe I can get a bigger house. I really like the logo on these. Alright, let's check out the figure first. Hopefully it's a good camera angle. I apologize for the background. It's not that great. Anything in the front of this? What's going on? Oh, it's just a piece of... It's a pretty sweet inner sleeve there. So, I will tell you right now, I don't really know a whole lot about Final Fantasy. It just wasn't my jam when I was younger. I didn't play it. Very familiar with the characters, and I have quite a few in my collection. 1/6 scale. But beyond that, I'm not really familiar with story and lore and all that stuff. This looks like it's a little bit involved. Huh. Ooh, he's got a seamless body. Boy. Alright, so we'll probably... No accessories underneath. Alright, let's pull the bike out too. Probably change my camera position to go through the figure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like this position. We're gonna learn as we go, folks. We'll call this my unprofessional stage. Oh, I have to tear this open. We'll just use this. You know, I don't have any editing skills really either, so I'm going to try not to spend too much time doing stuff that's not entertaining to watch. I apologize. This is a pretty large figure set, so... Ooh. That's pretty snazzy looking. Man, what a motorcycle. Yeah, so we'll go through this figure. I'll pretty much just do a bit of a review. Obviously, this review is from my perspective, so it may be a little biased. But you can also check the figure out for yourself. Yeah, and that box artwork. Inner box artwork. Yeah, we'll do some posing. I've got like a, I don't know what you call this thing. Turntable. So we'll set it on there and do some posing. We'll see how we go. All right, I'm going to pause. Let me get some of this stuff out. All right, I brought you guys down a little closer here so we can go through this. Just cutting the tape off the bottom of this piece of plastic. Looks like there's some on this side too. Alright. Looks like we got 4 sets of hands. They're not too stiff. That's always good. I like that. What's in this? Is that like his cell phone? There's a little bit of tape on there. Alright, let's get this out. Good God. Now trust me, I have a lot of swords and on a lot of figures in my collection. Alright. We're going to do this gingerly. shame I can't display more right now, because I'd love to do displays with other figures. Like, I've got, you know, all the different characters from here. Oh, God. That's not a sword. This is a sword. Okay, so this is made out of plastic, which, to be perfectly blunt, is necessary, because this thing is freaking huge. I mean, if you made this out of metal, it feels like it comes apart. Oh. Oh my God. See, this is one of those things where I'm like, I wish I understood the character. Wow. I don't know what this does. Anyway, if this was made out of die cast, there would be no 1/6 scale figure on Earth that could hold on to it. Man, I might have to look at the instructions for this guy. All right, we're going to set that aside for the time being. Looks like it breaks apart. Oh, this is kind of hard. I keep bumping my camera. We'll get professional eventually. I'm still doing this on my phone. Speaking of phone. He's got a little picture on there. Who is that? That looks like Sephiroth. That one-winged angel fellow. Why would he be on there? I can't get this out. Come on out. Oh. Hello? That's awesome. I love little accessories. I'll have to remember to tape that back up when we're done with it. Alright, so it looks like he's got a nice stand, which I don't think I'm going to use right now. So we're not going to pull it out, or put it together, rather. It says Cloud Strife. Advent Children. Not sure what that means. If you know, put in the comments. Anthony. Here's looking at you. Alright. I feel like there should be... No, he's only got one type of hair. Oh, look at that. That sword just comes apart in a bunch of different pieces. Please carefully place the insulation from the top to bottom to reduce the risk of paint peeling. I think it goes on his motorcycle, too. This is a figure I might have to pause and... Oh, it's a fusion sword. Okay. So, we're definitely going to be pausing and going through some posing with this fellow. Let's see. I want to be able to put a lot of this back on him if I can. So, let's not shred it completely. Alright, I'm going to take him out. No need for you guys to watch me do this. Hang on. Alright, we got him out. Except for one piece. Head sculpt is really nice. God. Talk about a bunch of holsters. So I left this piece on. It's just skin tone underneath. This is here to protect his seamless upper torso from getting stained by his outfit. And since I'm going to have to put him back in the box because I have nowhere to display him currently, I'm just going to leave this on for now. But we'll see him in all his glory someday when I have him displayed properly. So something really cool already off the bat. This figure is a hybrid. Like, his upper section is seamless, just for the excellent look with no joints, especially on this arm. Lots of posability in the top. But his bottom is not seamless, and it's got double joints on the bottom, so his legs can do this, you know, which you could do with a seamless body. But here's the thing. If you did this with a seamless body and left it, the metal skeleton would break through the silicone. Or, you know, the TPE plastic or whatever they use on the seamless body nowadays. So that means you can do some really dynamic posing with this guy, at least in the leg section, and leave it without worry of it destroying the figure. Arms are definitely seamless on both sides, so you got to be more careful there. And he's got some extra stuff here to, I'd almost leave that to protect the body from getting stained. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever worked with seamless bodies. There's a little bit of info about it right here. I might make a whole video about it, but they're excellent for look and they're extremely posable, but it's not a long-term pose. And if you want to pose your figure long-term, you kind of have to do a neutral, or what they call a museum stance, because any sort of pressure and bending of the joints is putting pressure on the silicone. I don't think it's actually silicone, but you know, the plastic or rubber rather that they use for the body. And it will absolutely ruin it over time if you leave it in that sort of position. So here he is. He's got some rad boots. He's quite skinny, but I think that's, like, I wasn't expecting him to be this skinny. But I think that is, you know, goes with the character's style for Final Fantasy at any rate. He's got another extra hair. His hairpiece comes off. This is horrific, so I apologize. It's like, ah! But he's got another hairpiece, so we'll pull that out in a minute here. It's displayed with the bike. So I got to pull it out. So yeah, there's the figure. Like I said, I'm not that keen on Final Fantasy, but as far as the look of the character, he's great. I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 figure. As a matter of fact, hang on a sec. We're going to pause for a second here. Make him a nice pillow. Just thought we could do a little quick compare, because I actually had this out. This is a Super Duck set. Super Duck. So you have to buy a body for it. This is just the equipment. But this is another version of Cloud. And it looks different. I mean, it's got a different outfit, but it just feels inferior to me. So most of the time in my collections, I don't need more than one of any kind of character. There's obviously exceptions like Batman, for instance, Spider-Man. But when it comes to this, I feel like I only want one Cloud. I don't need a bunch of Clouds. That sounds funny. But yeah, I would say this one here is going to be your A+ tier. Number one version. There is not a better articulated 1/6 scale Cloud on the market than this set right here, in my opinion, so far, based on this figure. So yeah, if you're interested in a budget or option, I actually have this up for sale right now. So for anybody watching this release week, if you want this, I think I started it at $1. It's a complete set. All the accessories are in there. You just have to buy a body for it, a TV League body. You can go online and see which ones it's good for, but this is a good budget option. You know, with the body maybe being around it for $150, $200. This is way more expensive, obviously, but it comes with the motorcycle, and I think it's just better. I don't know. What do you guys think? This looks more stylistic to me, even. Like, it matches the style, and I like his outfit better. Anyway, just thought I'd do a little comparison while I was able to. All right, I'll start pulling this bike out a little bit. Boy, this bike is a doozy. It's a big box. I really wish I had a spot to display this. You guys have no idea how much I wish I had room. But I have 8 Detolfs. That's all I've got right now. They're mostly empty because I have most of my figures in storage. Sorry, I was fixing the camera. And yeah, I mean, this wouldn't go in a Detolf anyway. Looks like they've got an outer sleeve here. Is it taped up? 'Tis taped up. I apologize for making you watch me unbox this like this. I'm not as professional as some of the other guys. There we go. I think that was it. So we've got some more accessories in this. I think we missed a piece of tape. Oh, yeah. Damn you, tape. Sorry, I think I was blocking the camera. How professional of me. Alright. Probably should have just done this and paused. So some of this is coming up with it. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like glue. Oh, this is his goggles. Not sure. Maybe we should take them out. There's a whole instruction in here on how to put his goggles on him. Man, he looks cool with the sunglasses on. So we've got some more hands here. And there's also another head sculpt with a different hair. All right, we'll pull this out really quick. Won't make you wait though. All right, so we're not going to take this out of the plastic. It's kind of cool. They give you actually a second head with this deluxe set. And the hairstyle is very similar. I think the difference being that this one, the hair is more poking out like neutral, like he's just standing there. Whereas this one, it's all whisked back as though he's driving his motorcycle. So it's more of like a dynamic hairstyle or dynamic pose hairstyle, like his motorcycle's in action, so to speak. So that's kind of cool. Always nice to get different options for heads. I like that a lot. All right, we'll keep going on this. Alrighty. I'm not sure what's in this. Let's hang off on that for now. Maybe it's on here. I should probably do all this part myself, huh? Get to the review. All right. Yeah, we'll just take this out. No need for you to watch me do it, I suppose. Let's just get it all out. We'll be right back. So his sword is absolutely ridiculous. There's like the main body of it. And then this part unscrews, the end of it. So you can get it on his hand easier, I suppose. Anyway, the instructions are it all says here on the instructions, but I thought this was cool too, how they literally come out like this and turn into a sword. I guess a dual sword. The back end doesn't look that great, but you could also kind of put them together maybe. No, they only go together when they're folded in. Anyway, they look nice. I think the whole purpose is to put them in his scabbards on his back for display. I don't think I would ever have him holding these anyway, because it looks really rad, them on his back. I'm going to put him on his back, so we'll check it out on the actual figure. But yeah, this sword is ridiculous. It comes into a bunch of pieces. But then even the main one, this is like the biggest 1/6 scale sword I think I've ever seen. And it looks like it does something weird here. Anyway, check that out for a second. Huh. So, this isn't like its complete form, I suppose. See if we can figure this out. I think this piece just pops out. Boy, I don't want to force anything, though. Maybe we take the tip off. We're going to have to put it on his hand anyway, so we'll unscrew this tip. I assume it's a unscrew? Yeah, it looks like it's a screw. Yep, there you go. No, it's not a screw. So it should just pull right out. It's a little dinky dude like that. Again, I maybe shouldn't be messing with this and making you guys wait. Huh. There you go. I just don't want to force it. You always want to be very careful not to force anything with these figures. You know? If you put, even a medium amount of pressure on it and it's not doing anything, maybe just reevaluate. So anyway, this plate comes off, and then this thing folds in like this. And then I think the sword does some kind of, like splits apart. God, that looks nuts. What a blade. This almost makes me want to play the game. Anybody who wields this thing is a obvious, badass, I suppose. All right, cool. We're going to get him set up, and then I'll show you him off a bit, and then we'll put him on his bike. Hang up a bit. So a couple things on this bad boy while we're assembling him, just to be aware of. His shoulder pad is just, Where's my light? Ah, why is this thing not working? Man, we're a professional racket over here. I keep saying that, but... oh, I need a better space. My apologies. Anyway, it's just a little... You can see it on his shoulder. It's just a little, like, square. And there's a notch in the shoulder. It just goes on the square. But the biggest thing I wanted to point out was... his... hand peg. It's not a traditional, it's a hybrid body. So it's not a traditional seamless body. This is usually metal on a lot of the seamless bodies. This is plastic. So it is going to be more fragile. And I would be really ginger with this. Because if you broke this little plastic nub off, oh man, I don't know how you would fix it. Anyhow, these are really soft rubber. His hands. So my recommendation would be just heat these up a little bit. And then they should go on easier and they won't put a lot of pressure on the plastic peg. So yeah, I just thought I'd show that really quick. Sorry about the crappy... I don't know. I'm not happy with this camera setup. You guys tell me what you think, please. Constructive criticism, but I'll take criticism. All right, here he is in all his glory. This is just a quick museum pose. I'm going to put him on his bike for you guys in a minute here. I'm really not happy with my setup. I guess I need to get a light box. And I realized that, this would be where you should do things beforehand, but my turntable here isn't the quietest. Let's see if I can... I guess the sound isn't that bad. But yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this figure as it spins around here. I gotta fix his collar. I'll do that when I put him on his bike. Like I said, this is a quick museum pose. This isn't any fancy. I just wanted to show off his look and accessories. I put all his blades on the back. This figure is awesome. This is got metal wiring in it, so you can pose it dynamically. I don't know what you'd call this. It's almost like a half trench coat. Maybe a kilt. Anyway, it's got metal wiring all the way through for dynamic posing. So that's pretty cool. Really sweet figure. The sword is ridiculously huge. When you combo it, what's it called? The fusion blade. You put all these pieces back on the sword. It does recommend that you have him hold it with both hands, because I think it's quite heavy even in plastic. So there is that. But yeah, this is a figure. I'm happy with him. I don't think there's a better Cloud anywhere in 1/6 scale for sure. But yeah, I'll get the bike out and we'll check it out. Okay, I got him all on his bike here. Again, I'm really not happy with my filming position. I left some things on the bike. It's got this plastic film like you would have on a TV or a computer monitor when you first buy it. I don't really want to take it off right now because I got to put this back in the box. But it's all black gloss like that. This bike is gnarly. I'll have it start spinning around. Also, this sleeve that he's got can be unhooked, so he can have both his arms bare. I'm not sure if I'll display him like that, but it's an option. The sides of this bike open up, these pieces here on either side, and you can put all his swords in there. There's like slots. Again, I'm not sure I really want to do it right now. There's a picture of it right here. This isn't the last time you'll see of this figure. It may be a while before you see him again, but I will properly display him and put him with his friends, and pull all the stuff off and all that stuff. But this is just to get like a preliminary look at him, I suppose. So if you're looking to buy this figure, this is the best Cloud you're going to find in 1/6 scale, posable. Highly recommend it. The bike is rad. The paintwork on the bike is rad. The whole figure is awesome. I like it. I think it's a must-have if you're a Final Fantasy fan. I do think it's going to go up in value. But even if you're buying it on the secondary market, it's worth picking up. God, he looks rad. Well, that's not going to do anything. I really need to get a camera. So yeah, there's Cloud Strife in all his glory. This really badass motorcycle. Oh, it rolls too. I'm not sure you'd actually want to do it. I would not consider this a toy to be played with, but you know, it'll literally roll across the ground. So if you are inclined to play with it when the wife isn't looking, I won't tell. I do it too. Yeah. A+ figure. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I know it's sort of amateur-y. I'm going to work on making better things. I have thousands of figures to do, so I better get on it, right? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me. It takes a couple seconds, and it really helps me. See ya.